Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Access. In this module, I want to show you how you can create subforms from related tables. So what I want to do first of all is look at the tables we have. We've got customers, which is just a list of customers, and we have products, which is a list of products, and we've got a feedback table, which allows you to feedback on your service for each product. What I want to do is edit this feedback table first of all. So I'll go into it in design. What I need to add in there, to add this to the relationships, because it's not related at the minute, is the product ID field, which is a number field, and I need to do a lookup on it. So I'm clicking on that, I'm going down the bottom there, lookup, I'm selecting combo box, combo. It comes to table. The table I want it to link to is the products table down the bottom here. That one. I want it to bind to 1 and show 4. So first column's bound, show 4, and then the column width can be 2 centimeters and the overall width can be 10. Just save that and then have a look at that to see if that works. So it should give me the list of products. It does. There's a list of products. That's all I want. And I'm just going to fill that in. So I'll just come down. I'll just type some numbers like so. So there's a table with its field in. Now I can relate that to the rest of the tables. Now I'll just close this table down and go to the relationship window. So these are the tables that are related at the moment. Now I need to bring the feedback table on. Make that a bit bigger. And then I will link the customer table to this. One customer ID to customer ID. Can have many feedbacks, one to many. Enforced referential integrity. Remember, that means there can't be a customer in this table that doesn't exist in that table. Create. If it stops you doing that, you need to go and have a look. Make sure there's no customers in here that don't exist in there. Now this one, product ID, from the products table to the feedback table, product ID. Same thing, one to many, create. So now I've created the links. I need to save that. Save. Then I can close this. Now I might need to adjust that link at a later date if things don't work, but now I'm ready to create a form. So create form design straight away, and I need to get the form to be linked to customers first of all. So I need to get into the property sheet, record source, customers, table customers, that one. Then you can get the fields, and I'm just going to bring on the customer ID field, first name and surname. So I'm holding my shift key, dragging those and dropping them near the top somewhere like that. I'm going to do the feedback form first. The area you need to be is on form design in the controls area, and this is the icon you need, subform and sub report. Click on that, move your mouse onto the screen, you'll get like a pencil point across, draw a rectangle. It doesn't matter how big you do that because you'll have to adjust it afterwards. You get two options on the first wizard screen. Use tables or queries or an existing form. Well, I'm going to leave it on the default at the top because I want to get the feedback table in here. So I'm going next. I have to find it. So it's at the top in here, feedback, and then I'm knocking all the fields across. Next, it picks up the link that I did in relationships. Next, and I'm just going to call that feedback details, like so, and then finish. Now you will have to adjust this. So I'm going to pull that a bit wider, and then I'm going to move the whole thing. Now I clicked off it there, so I can click and drag straight away and pick it up, position it like so. And I probably need to sit on this little orange one at the bottom here just to bring that in a little bit. But what you have to keep doing is looking to see how it sits. So we've got customer ID there, feedback ID, so I don't need that to show. It's there, but if I right click on it, I can hide it because obviously I've got it there as well. I don't want it twice. So what we've got there at the end is product ID. And if I double click on that to bring that in a bit, you can see I've got this extra space, which I can now sort out. So let's say that I should probably have product ID at the beginning. So let's move that over there. So let's product ID. I did a lookup, so I can select one. So I'll select that one, project, and I'll score it by just going through it very quickly. Delete that. Go 4, tab 4, tab 4, tab 4, tab off. So it's now in there. So you can see that number 8. If I open the feedback table, let's just double check that's gone in. Record 8, 4444. Yes, it has. So that's okay. We're happy teddy bears. That works. Go on to the next record. Product. He's only had one feedback. In fact, he's only put it in for tutor. Didn't bother with the rest. Let's go for another one. No feedback. That's no feedback. That one has. Okay, so it's working fine. So that's so far so good. What I need to do is save this. Let's save this. And it's called form customer details. I've named it before. So I've saved this. I'm going to add a query as part of this form. And the one I'm going to add is this sales details one that we did earlier. So it's got all the information there. And if I just show you how this works. So basically you select a product. So I'll select access, puts in the price from the table. You select the quantity, and then it will work that out. That's a calculated field. You select the customer who's buying it. So I'll go for 10, puts the details in. You select the staff who's dealing with it, and it puts their details in, and then you press tab to come off that record, and then you're on the next one. So that's what I want as part of my subform, so I can use this form to fill that information in as well as this feedback. You could totally keep it separate, it's totally up to you, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going into design. I'm going to get the same tool, subform, subreport, draw my little rectangle, don't worry about the size of it. Go next, find that query. So query sales details, that one. Query sales details, second all the fields across, because you can hide some of these fields if you don't want to see them all. Next. Now there's lots of different links here because you can have different join types, but it is the top one. Show all records in customers using customer ID. That's the one I want. Follow it through. I'll just call this sales and then finish. Now that's gone really large and I don't need it to be that big at all, but I'll just get this little arrow if I can and just widen it because it's going to have to be quite wide. But it doesn't need to be this deep. It's really gone deep here. Pull that up quite a bit and then you don't have to have such a big area for your form. Obviously as this grows, the cells will get bigger and bigger and you might have to band that again. It's totally up to you. But let's have a look at what this looks like. So let's make these smaller. Depends what your products are, whether you can do this or not, or we've got to leave it as it is. So we can hide customer ID. So this is not big enough, look, because of all the titles here. So we could have edited the titles slightly. Staff ID doesn't need to be that big. You might not even want staff ID on there. It's up to you whether you do that, but that's what was on the query from before. Right, let's see if this works. So Customer ID is already there, so I can hide that one for starters. Hide field, and then the company one can come in a bit more, I think. Right, I can manually drag these in. Should have renamed these titles, but that'll do. It's all fitting on there now. So there's my feedback on the products I've had. You've got the product. You can click in there and you can see the product. If I get something else, if I buy something, I've got another look up here. So let's buy Project, and I'll buy 10 of them. Pressing my tab key, comes in with the price. The company's already there. Staff ID for whoever sold me it. I'll go for that person there, and then you're ready to go. So that is working fine. Everything's working fine with my two subforms, so I can do the feedback from this form. I can buy things from this form, and that is because the relationships were done here. That's key. And sometimes when you do these relationships and then you test the forms and the reports and the queries, it doesn't work. You have to think again. Close that. I moved it slightly, so it's asking me to save it. Now this hasn't been saved, but I will save this, and then I will close that down. So that's all I want to talk about in this little video, how you can create subforms with related tables in Access. So thanks for your time, and I'll catch you in the next one.